State Police Command parades over 41 suspects for various crimes. Humanitarian organization equips youth in southern and central senatorial districts of Cross River State for self-reliance. Plus, federal government vows to sanction passengers who abscond from quarantine facilities. Details and more in just a moment. Good evening and welcome to the news. I am Justina Ethan. Transforming Africa's food system is an obvious task, requiring the active mobilization and prioritization of both public and private investments. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who explains the resolve of the federal government in complementing existing development plans, sectorial strategies, and prioritizing investment in specific innovations and technologies to transform food systems in the country, said this ahead of the 2021 Food Systems Summit. The Vice President, in his remarks delivered virtually at the preparatory meeting of the United Nations Food Systems Summit 2021, scheduled for Rome in September, says that the Nigerian government is committed to addressing the drivers of food insecurity, such as food inflation, changing consumption patterns, and climate change, among other things. The summit is designed to guide governments and other stakeholders looking to leverage their food systems to support the SDGs with the understanding that food system plays a central role in building a fairer and more sustainable world. Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, said this while inspecting some completed projects awaiting presidential inauguration in Cross River State. Abdullahi Mohammed reports.
Ecom Bridge, Sukuk funds in action. In the lens of the minister's camera, a distinction between the old and new. The bridge may be a critical link, but the minister's view goes beyond that.
This is the route that facilitates trade, agro-produce, merchandise, manufactured goods from Aba.
Kilometers apart is Nigeria-Cameroon crossing, a product of mutual understanding between the two countries and development partners. A helicopter-powered 1.5-kilometer bridge, as well as world-class processing points, putting an end to a frustrating cross-border movement.
But Nigerians can see what we are doing with their money.
For people like Francis, geography has planted their village on the other side, but the new bridge is a wake-up call to their village in slumber.
Nigeria leaders, we are trying. Also for you people that came today for this wonderful gifts.
Just like the river flows under the Cameroon-Nigeria bridge without any form of impediment, social relationships between Nigerians and Cameroonians as well as trade will flourish when this bridge is finally open to traffic. In Etu local government, Cross River State, Abdullah Mohammed, Nta News.
And now on security, commitment to the maintenance of people-oriented policing in crime control in respect to the rule of law and efficient service delivery are utmost priority of the Nigerian police force. Consequently, the Cross River State Police Command says it is combat ready to contain criminal elements within its jurisdiction without compromise, despite daunting challenges faced by the command as it parades over 41 suspects for various degrees of crimes. Kodia Lenyo was there for NTA News.
Parading the suspects, the State Commissioner of Police, Sikiru Akande, says within the past 6 months, the command under his watch has recorded tremendous achievements in crime prevention, which has brought relative peace in the state.
The moment I pass the information to them, they work diligently with it, and this is the result we are getting. It's a teamwork. It's not by my strength. It is the good support I'm having from them that is giving us this result. And sincerely, I am leveraging on the goodwill of the people of Cross River State. They accepted me as their own and they worked well with me.
The Commissioner expressed appreciation to sister security agencies and other stakeholders in the security business for supporting the robust initiative of the command in the course of safeguarding of life and property of the citizenry.
This we couldn't have achieved without the support of the government and people of Cross River State. The traditional institutions who gave us their blessings at the beginning of this journey. The blessing they gave us had helped us greatly in getting required intelligence at all times to curb criminality.
Some of the suspects speak on their involvement in cases leveled against them, which ranges from unlawful possession of firearm, drug substances suspected to be cocaine, wraps of weeds, as well as cartridges and locally made pistols, rifles, and car theft.
My son now make me happy. She will go buy a car where somebody stole it for her. She will go sell it back again for another person. Somebody go and take it.
The woman that have sold for me the car, and she just go and meet me, call me, and she said she get problem that she wanted to sell her property.
I am here in respect of a custom recruitment that this man here linked me to, that he is in charge of replacement. They will give me the money, he will send me account number, I will send the money to him.
In the respect of this lady that came to stadium certain time and said she is a daughter of a senator, so she wants to empower the youth of her place by recruiting them into custom.
The State Police Command, in its aim to achieve modern dynamics of community policing, has also initiated the training of about 50 female tactical units to complement the effort of Operation Puff Adder, Anti-Cultism and Kidnapping Squad, among other units.
The capacity of police women when dealing with crime is so enormous that people will be amazed at the way they are going to turn out. So if you are starting again from here, if others copy, it will be a thing of joy.
The female tactical team is already undergoing ICT training as well as arms and ammunition handling. In Calabar, Ode Aleño, NTA News.
Still on security, the ongoing massive renovation works at the Nigeria Corrections Service, Cross River State Command Headquarters, and the barracks is expected to boost the morale of staff, enhance performance in execution of constitutional responsibility, as well as enhance the aesthetics of Controller of Corrections, Cross River State Command, Ben Rabbi Friedman, stated this during an exclusive interview with NTA News. Paul Ebel tells us more.
This is the Nigeria Correctional Service, Cross River State Command. This is the headquarters, as well as the barracks that is just behind the headquarters is undergoing massive reconstruction, renovation. This facility, since its inception over 35 years ago, has never received any form of renovation. The entire headquarter complex is undergoing total renovation, ranging from the roof, windows, and other office furniture. The accommodation for men is not left out, as the roof, ceilings, floors, windows, toilets, and bathrooms, among others, are all wearing a new look with constant potable water supply.
Like you can see, the extent of work that is going on here will transform the landscape, the state headquarters, and the barracks. And the effects, the impact will be very monumental. We have a better environment for work. We have a more conducive environment. The aesthetics, the decency of our office space, will be scaled up tremendously. So to give us opportunity to work in a better, value-added environment, and to enable us to fulfill our mandate, our statutory mandate, of playing a role as correctional officers. So the space will be changed. It will look more decent and beautiful. The aesthetics of not just the service, but we're looking at the aesthetics of Calabar because it's an upgrade in the infrastructure of Cross River State.
The controller also has this advice for Cross Riverians as Nigeria continues to experience insecurity in parts of the country.
Statutorily, our mandate is to take people into custody, giving them safe and humane custody when they have valid warrants from courts of competent jurisdiction. And we are an integral and essential part of the criminal justice system, working with the policing agency, the judiciary, and the correctional service at the receiving end. My advice to perseverance would be for them to be law-abiding and to appreciate the enormous work that the security agencies are doing to keep the peace and to ensure that the state is safe, is peaceful, because that will be like a catalyst to attract investors to come into the state and invest.
The renovation work is expected to be completed in September 2021, while the Controller General of the service is expected to inaugurate the project. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
The Cross River State Commercial Airline, popularly referred to as Cali Air, has commenced operations on Calabar routes few days after its maiden flight from Lagos to Abuja. The Boeing aircraft from the Murtala Muhammed International Airport, Lagos, arrived at Margaret Ekpo International Airport, Calabar, in a carnival-like celebration after the usual water cannon welcome for the maiden flight. Paul Abel was there and now completes the story.
We are right now at the Margaret Ekpo International Airport, Calabar, and Cali Air is embarking on its first flight here in Calabar, from Calabar to other states.
The excited Governor Ben Ayade commended Cross Riverians for keeping the faith with his administration, emphasizing that the airline is fully owned by Cross River State, but partners aero contractors for its operations, as the feat will improve the economic fortunes of the state.
The whole concept of Cali Air is to ensure that Cross Riverians save costs on transportation and increase the footfalls into Calabar so that our hotels can boom, we can increase our tourism. As Cali Air begin to prosper, we are going to see more aircrafts being procured by Cross River State Ministry of Aviation. And like I said, this is a property of Cross River State government, by extension, citizens of Cross River. Your money is there, my money is there. If it's 1 naira you pay tax, this is how we got to this aircraft.
The pilot, commissioner for aviation, and others comment on the importance of the airline in Cross River State.
It's a good innovation by the state governor to be able to open this route again for indigenes of Cross River State to have a proud aircraft that are going to be able to fly.
You should not use all your resources to definitely put in transportation. Ours is the least of all air transportation in this world.
You're seeing me, I'm boarding the flight. I'm going to be the first commissioner on board this airplane to Abuja. And by the time I come back, I'll tell you how sweet and smooth the flight is.
After the maiden formalities, passengers board the flight en route Abuja. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
And still to come, humanitarian group equips youth for self-reliance. That will be after this timeout. Please stay with us.
As news breaks from the north, south, east, and west of Nigeria, we bring it to you. News from the length and breadth of Cross River State is sent to you via this channel.
With movers and shakers in various spheres of influence talking to us, we carve a niche and showcase our experience in broadcasting, because it's NTA Calabar before others.
You can't get this anywhere else. It's only here on NTA Calabar News, showing at this time, 3 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and 7 p.m. every day. NTA Calabar News. Our experience counts.
Welcome back to the rest of the news. The prosperity of any country is dependent on the youth, who are oftentimes referred to as leaders of tomorrow. Therefore, equipping these young persons to fit into this role and become self-reliant is the target of the Benaka Foundation, tagged Foundation Youth House in the Northern and Central Senatorial District of Cross River State. Achimon Basi reports that this vision by the chairman, Ben Akab Foundation, Ben Akab, is to galvanize a set of young people who will be part of the state government's developmental stride.
The Ben Akak Foundation Youth House, a laudable project in the Northern and Central Senatorial Districts of Cross River, is to empower young people while placing them on the path of prosperity. Its passion is to protect the hope and aspirations of young people across the length and breadth of Cross River State. Therefore, to ensure the youths have entrepreneurial skills, funding for businesses, and bridge the gap between the youths and the leaders, it sets up the Youth House in the Central and Northern Senatorial Districts, with the Southern Senatorial District being the next in line.
That time don't pass. When they will call us, give us 50 naira, give us 500 naira, they carry our destiny. No way, we will not accept it. All the youth of Central Senatorial District, majority of them will have something to take home. We want to tell you that we mean what we say, and we say what we mean.
To support those people, the vulnerable people, which we have been doing so far, but God has been faithful to us, and that's why we are where we are today.
Engineer Ben Etimakak is truly committed to support the state government in the area of youth development.
A foundation that has been reaching out to so many, the poor and the needy, the youth, the students, the aged. That is what the foundation is about.
Foundation providing this youth house with the facilities able to sustain most of these activities is going to make it much easier.
We want to domesticate the vision and mission of the principal. We will go to every village, every community, every ward to inform people that there is something has come to town, something they can take advantage of.
For the people, the Ben Akak Foundation Youth House will not only have a great impact on the youth, but also on the socio-economic development of Cross River State and Nigeria at large. From Ogoja local government area of Cross River State, Achibom Basi, NTA News.
And on health matters, Nigeria has recorded 213 new cases of coronavirus in various parts of the country as at Monday, the 26th of July, 2021. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control disclosed this in its update on the outbreak, saying the new cases were reported in 12 states, while 2 new deaths have been recorded. Of all the cases, Lagos recorded an alarming number of 157 cases. Coming after Lagos is Rivers State, where 20 new infections were reported, while Plateau recorded 12 cases, with Enugu and Oyo having 6 new infections. Other states include Gombe 3, Bauchi 2, Imo 2, Kaduna 2, Edo 1, Ekiti 1, and Ogun 1. Meanwhile, the federal government has vowed to sanction returning passengers who abscond from quarantine facilities, including possible prosecution of such individuals. The Minister of Health, Dr. Osagie Ehanire, while addressing a press conference in Abuja, says such persons constitute a major risk to the country's health system. He raised concerns over reports from port health officials that some passengers from high-risk countries have continued to abscond from facilities where they were quarantined. Dr. Sagie noted that the world has witnessed an increase in reported cases of COVID-19 across a significant number of countries due to the high transmissibility of Delta variants. In compliance with the Nigerian Army Headquarters Training Directive for the year 2021, the 82 Division has commenced activities for warrant officers and senior non-commissioned officers competition in Calabar. Achibom Basi reports that the competition, which is an important aspect of the Nigerian Army capacity development, is in pursuance of the Chief of Army Staff vision of having a professional Nigerian Army ready to accomplish assigned mission within a joint environment in the defense of the country.
The 5-day competition between the warrant officers and senior non-commissioned officers representing various formations and units of 82 Division is part of deliberate efforts to develop the capacity of participants to deliver on individual and group tasks. With all the formations and units in 82 Division grouped into 4 to ensure maximum participation, this year's competition has provided opportunity for better involvement by female soldiers.
These skills are paramount in any warrant officer and senior non-commissioned officers competition.
The General Officer commanding 82 Division, represented by Commander 14 Brigade, Brigadier General Mohammed Bello Wabili, says the primary goal of the competition is to improve teamwork through the infusion of organizational ability and the inculcation of initiative in the stipulated ranks.
Soldiers are the bedrock of sub-unit and unit, and it is well-known fact that a chain is as strong as its weakest link. Therefore, it is expected that every soldier will possess skill sets of the highest quality.
At the end of the drill competition, which signaled the commencement of the event, the umpire, Colonel Nsikan Udofia, announced 13 Brigade as winner. 14 Brigade took second position, 82 Division came third, while 44 Engineering Brigade took fourth position. In Calabar, Achibong Basi, NTA News.
And now let's join Olumide Ebuntola to update us on major happenings in the Tokyo Olympics and the world of sports.
Team Nigeria Tuesday continues a search for medals at the ongoing Tokyo Olympic Games with a preliminary round Group B female basketball match as the Tigresses take on their American counterpart. The hard-fighting Nigerian girls lost 72 to 81 points.
Look at the gap, 20 points, not what we expected. You know, some persons would have expected a blowout. It means that our basketball is growing, male and female.
The Tigresses' next match is on Friday morning against their counterparts from France. For the D Tigers, Wednesday will be another opportunity to prove their ability on the court against Germany during its second group game. Meanwhile, ahead of the team's next match, Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dari, Tuesday met the male national basketball team, D Tigers, to encourage and thank them for doing Nigeria proud and starting a silent revolution in Nigeria's basketball development. Speaking during a virtual meeting with the team and its officials on Tuesday, the minister assured the players of continued government, corporate and citizens' support.
You have come here to the Olympics to represent us. I recognize that the road has not been exactly smooth, but we're a country trying to get things perfected.
Similarly, Team Nigeria will also attempt to prove a point at the Games through its men double badminton team when Anolu Akpokpeyori and Godwin Olofua take on the pair of Ivanov Vladimir and Ivan of Team ROC in a second Group B game Tuesday. Still on the Olympics, in table tennis, Africa's #1 ranked player Aruna Quadri has been knocked out of the men's singles event of the ongoing Tokyo Olympics in the third round. The Nigerian captain lost 4 games to 2 to Brazilian Gustavo in a keenly contested encounter. Back home in Nigeria, Nigerian Professional Football League leaders Akwa United will on Wednesday attempt to seal its first league title with an away date with Ifeanyi Uba. Second place Nasarawa United will be the guest of Akwa Starlet. Lobby Stars will entertain Enyimba Football Club of Aba as MFM will trade tackles with Rivers United, among other matches. With sports update, Olumide Guntola, NTA News.
And finally, a review of the top stories. The State Police Command says it is battle ready to combat crime as it parades over 41 suspects of various offenses. The Benakat Foundation has equipped youth in the northern and southern senatorial districts of the state for self-reliance. You also heard in the news that the federal government has vowed to sanction passengers who abscond from quarantine facilities. That's it on the news. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful